Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi, talk number 51, June 5th, 1935. A young Brahmin, aged 25 years, came to visit the master. At his sight, he became hysterical and shouted, Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi, you are God, you are Parabrahman, you are my father, Father, save me, and so on. His hysterics vexing, he beat his chest violently, alternately with both his hands, shouting, Shivoham, Shivoham. Then again he shouted hysterically, gnashing his teeth, I will stamp out materialism, as if he is crushing materialism between his teeth. Then he asked, either give me power, or I will. He began as if to throttle himself. When gently removed by others, he fell prostrate before Sri Bhagavan, saying, I will take refuge at the feet of my father. Father, you are Parthasarathi, I am Arjuna. We will stamp out materialism, and so on. He was finally taken away from the presence of Maharshi. He washed himself, took some light refreshment, and quietly seated himself in the hall for some hours. He abstained from the midday meal. In the afternoon, he had another fit when he shouted, I will chop off the head of Krishna if he should come here now. He advised me to give up my job, but does not protect my mother, or let him chop off my head, and so on. After some hours of quiet, Sri Bhagavan asked Mr. K.L. Sharma to read out a portion of his commentary on Anubandha, appendix to 40 verses. The gist of it is that people unable to help themselves ask for divine powers to be utilized for human welfare. This is similar to the story of a lame man who blustered, saying that he would overpower the enemy if only he were helped onto his legs. The intention is good, but there is no sense of proportion. The young man, on hearing it, suddenly sprang to his feet, saluting Sri Bhagavan and saying, Father, Father, I was mistaken. Pardon me, teach me. I shall abide by what you say, and so on. Then again, in the evening, he prostrated himself, saying, I surrender. June 9th, 1935, talk number 52. A man from Canada asked, my mind remains clear for 2 or 3 days and then turns dull for the next 2 or 3 days, and so it alternates. What is it due to? Maharshi, it is quite natural. It is the play of sattva, rajas and tamas alternating. Do not regret the tamas, but when sattva comes into play, hold on to it fast and make the best of it. Then the devotee asked, what is the heart? Maharshi replied, it is the seat of the self. Devotee, is it the physical heart? Maharshi replied, no, it is the seat wherefrom I arises. Devotee, what becomes of the Jiva after death? Maharshi replied, the question is not appropriate for a Jiva living now. A disembodied Jiva may ask me, if convenient. In the meantime, let the embodied Jiva solve its present problem and find who he is. There will be an end to such doubts. What is Dhyana? Maharshi replied, the word Dhyana usually signifies meditation on some object, whereas Nididhyasana is used for inquiry into the self. The triads persist until the self is realized. Dhyana and Nididhyasana are same as far as the aspirant is concerned because they involve Trinity and are synonymous with Bhakti. Then the devotee asked, how should Dhyana be practiced? Maharshi replied, Dhyana serves to concentrate the mind. The predominant idea keeps off all others. Dhyana varies according to the individual. It may be on an aspect of God, on a mantra, or on the self, etc.